CQ, 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 and welcome back to the 599 Signal Report. I am your host, Ron, W2ELS. This is the first of a three-part series focused on if I had to start over my ham radio and CW adventure, what would I do differently? Today, in episode 1 of the series, we are going back to the very beginning, getting to that important FCC amateur radio license. My own journey saw me go from technician to amateur extra in a single year. And if I were to do it all over again, there are a few specific strategies that I'd make the process smoother and more effectively. The first change is my focus. Instead of just aiming for an entry-level ticket, I would focus on taking the technician and general exams at the same time. There is a significant overlap between these two exams, and by studying for both, you're not just getting your license, you're opening up the HF bands where the real CW and POTA happens. It saves you the stress of 2 separate testing dates and gets you into the heart of the hobby faster. How you study depends entirely on what kind of learner you are. There are 3 main options as I see it. One is the social learner. You can go to the local radio club and sign up for their next licensing class. This is a great way to meet the local Elmers, build your community. However, there are drawbacks. And it's that the classes are often on a fixed schedule and could be months or even a year away. The next type is the deep diver. If you're the type of person who needs to know the background and an explanation for everything and have the discipline to study on your own, I recommend Ham Radio Prep. It's a self-paced system that gives you the technical background while keeping your focus on the questions and the answers. And the last, it's the efficient expert. If you just want to get your license and get on the air, sign up for hamstudy.org. Their system helps you learn the questions and the right answers in high efficiency. My philosophy here is simple. Focus on taking the test because you will learn much, much more once you actually start getting on the air after you get your license. Regardless of your path, here is my golden rule for scheduling. When you start passing practice exams with about 80% scores consistently, it's time to schedule your exam. Don't wait for that perfect score. 80% shows you have the foundation to pass. There's no real difference between the ham who got 100% on the exam and the one who passed it with just 75%. It reminds me, what do you call the person who graduated medical school with the lowest GPA? Answer, a doctor. And when you do schedule your exam, I would recommend doing remote testing. It is a game changer. Facilitated by hamstudy.org, remote testing allows you to find a session pretty much any day of the week. You can test from the comfort of your own shack, which takes a lot of the test day jitters out of the equation. Getting your license is the first step towards that perfect 599 signal report. If I were starting today, I'd double up on the test, pick a study tool that fits my brain, and test remotely as soon as I hit that 75-80% mark on practice exams. Well, that's all the time we have here in the shack. Next time, in our Starting Over series, we'll talk about the gear. Thanks for joining me on the 599 Signal Report. Until next time, this is Ron, W2ELS, signing off. 73.